and it stayed at number 2. So the Pro Max is the one that's actually selling the most volume, and it sold so much volume in those 4 months that it became the number 3 best-selling phone on the planet for the entire year.
That's insane.
That is a lot of volume. I mean, obviously Apple sells the most volume right at the beginning of the release, but that's gigantic.
Yeah.
Then the 14 Pro sells a lot, the 14, the 13. People are still buying the iPhone 12 in such mass that in January it was the number 4 best-selling phone of the entire month.
In March, it was
in the world.
And April and May and June and July was all top 5 every single month. People just buy iPhone 12s regularly.
That's insane.
I mean, the iPhone 13, the 11111111244.
So people
That's its
continue
ranking.
buying the
That's
iPhone 13. For real.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
This is like also really disheartening for like Samsung.
Yeah.
Because if you're Samsung, first of all, you wish that your premium phones would sell in the same mass and be your most popular phones. But clearly here, it's the A13 and the A03, which are like $190 phone and $100 phone, selling the most volume. And number 2, instead of buying a cheaper Android phone, people are buying old premium iPhones,
Right, an iPhone
which is really
12.
interesting. Like people would actually go buy an iPhone 12 at what I presume is not a very steep discount from what we know about Apple's pricing.
Yeah.
They'll keep it in the lineup, drop it by maybe $50 to $100, you know, when they put the like graphic on stage. So yeah, this is crazy, eye-opening
because like the amount of phones that Realme and Redmi and like, all of these guys make so many variants of all their phones, and you would imagine that they would ship like hundreds of millions of units.
And in some markets, they
do.
sell a
like
lot.
like in India, they sell like crap loads.
Yeah, in China and like
I
Huawei
think
phones.
that is probably part of it, though, is like because this is by model. When Samsung and Realme and all have like 30
too many
models, and then
models.
those 30 models each year or whatever, like it's so much. So
There's so
one
many
interesting
variants.
thing about this graph is between the 3rd spot and the 10th spot is 1.7% to 1.1%. So like 10 to 20 could be neck and neck, and that's where we could see a bunch of other Samsung phones, a bunch of other Realme phones. The other thing here, though, is the number 1 spot is 5% of total market share globally. Was the iPhone 13.
Yeah.
And then the next closest was half of that.
Yeah. Apple totals about 15% of all global market share with these charts.